Doing hard fought full quarter game, but those are the games you expect when you're in the division. When you have 5 straight division games, and they're going to all come down to the line. They're all probably going to come down to a kick or last possession or something like that. That's why your football team has to be prepared for those situations. And we worked hard this week on sudden situations. And you know, this time of year is the time you cover the hands team, hands team, all sides kicks. You cover all the little detailed things because you know in the month of November, it's championship ball. You're either contending or you kind of, in the football world, we say pretending. So we know what we have to do. We know the things we have to get ready for. And the guys did a really good job this week from Monday through all the way through the week, kind of preparing. We switched up the practice schedule a little bit just so that we can get ready for a couple of these situations and they not catch us off guard. And they did a really good job responding to them. They played hard. They played physical, and we knew that was going to be this type of game. This team had a 4-1 edge over us on the last 5 years, and we knew they would come in with a certain amount of confidence because they've had some success against us. And to overcome that, we knew we were going to be in for a ball game. And the guys glued in, they tied into the details, and went out and competed hard for 4 quarters. And we got the result that we got. So I'm happy for this team. I'm very encouraged by where we're at. Because we still can grow and take some of the lessons from this deal and keep getting better, and I think they will. They're in a place where they're ready for every challenge that's going to be presented to them, and we're going to face them all head on, starting on the road next week.
Coach, how worried were you about just this incredible emotional roller coaster that everybody keeps talking about? Usually when you win a game the way you guys did, it's so tough to come back next week. How worried were you about it? And did you notice any let up during the week at all, or did you get a sense early on that they would be ready for tonight?
No, I kind of got a sense early on in the week that they will be ready. I think the challenge with the record being that they beat us before in the last 5, the challenge of the last time we played at home, the feeling that they had. So we had enough there to grab their attention. We had enough there to present a challenge to them, to stay focused, to stay dialed into what we needed to do coming out of that game. The great thing we did was move on right away from that deal. I know that it was hard too because to celebrate a play like that and what happened there. It's not that easy to just, guys are just not going to walk away from it. But we had to zero in their attention on Virginia because we knew it was going to be a great challenge as coaches. And our team captains, our position captains, and our leaders did the same thing. All the message Sunday night and on Monday was, focus in on UVA. Make sure we're getting into the things we need to know, personnel we need to know, and what do we need to do to beat Virginia. And that was our focus, and it was early in the week. And we started out Tuesday with a hard one. We got after it physically because we knew it was going to be a physical ball game. And then Wednesday they came back, they responded. Thursday they were great in the walkthrough. And then Friday we were fast. We were fast on the field. And I knew right then, I think we had their attention, and I knew they were going to go out and play with the kind of effort and physicality and passion that we were going to need them to.
When did you know Brad was going to play, and how were you surprised at how sharp he was?
He did a good job in practice, but it still was just following the doctors and doing things the right way by him. We're going to be safety first in everything that we do. So, but we found out, he cleared the last part of the protocol on Friday night. So Friday night through our doctors and with Vinny, our trainer, we found out that he was alert, and he was ready to go. He was happy to lead his team again today. So it's been that kind of deal for us all week. And we had all our quarterbacks ready to play. They were all ready. But doctors cleared them, and away we went with Brad.
Coach, considering that you're
how much of a boost was it emotionally for these guys to have him back, as well as for Lee Field?
He's their leader. He's their leader. He's the quarterback. And when you play football and you're on the offensive side of the ball or the defensive side of the ball, and he walks in the huddle, you look at him and you go, "There's our guy." It's just like any other organization. When the leader walks in the room, everybody, it gets everybody attention. So, of course, it relaxed everybody. Just from a standpoint of we got our leader back, and they know that he's competitive. He's smart. They knew he was going to be prepared, and they knew that they're going to get his best today.
Coach, considering that what you guys gone through the last 2 weeks, you're now 6-3 and bowl eligible. Was that talked about much after the game at all?
No, you know what? We're still talking about our goal. Our goal was to win the Coastal. We're not going to muddy the waters with what our main objective is. Our main objective is to win the Coastal. What we started talking about is, I want them to enjoy this. I want them to enjoy this hard-fought victory. But we started talking about some of the things we need to start getting taken care of early to make sure we're prepared to go on the road for this road test we got.
Obviously, he's one of your guys, Njoku, with a beautiful touchdown, or a beautiful catch.
Just talk about him, his growth, what he means to this team right now.
You know, each week he just gets better, which is what you hope a young football player learns to do. He's a redshirt freshman. You present a plan to him each and every week of 2 or 3 things that if he really attacks it during the week to get better at, at some point when you get to this point in the season, it all starts to build and show up. And that's what he's done, you know, whether it was a focus thing or whether it was a detail thing, learning how to pre-snap read defenses so he can play a little faster in the middle of the field. And he's done a really good job, and it was evident by the big one he caught over the middle. That was something we really worked hard on this week, knowing if we got that type of coverage, that he was going to have to, he was going to have to win against the Mike linebacker. And he took everything that he worked hard on all week, and he applied them, and it paid off.
Coach, you ran the ball 10 times in the first half. You finished with 32. Was there a conscious effort to run the ball more in the second half?
There always is to win the game. There always is to win the game. You know, this time you have to run and win. And you know, you got to put, sometimes you just got to put the saddle on your guys up front and your backs and say, hey guys, we got to chop wood here. We got to get 4 yards of carry. We got to go on. We got to be tough. And it's not going to always be perfect, but we have to stay patient with it. We have to stay physical with it, and we have to execute. And those guys, they accepted that challenge in the second half, and we were going to have to put the ball on the ground to win.
Larry, can you talk about
8 of 13 third down conversions? You know, that's a marked improvement, obviously. Can you elaborate on that a little bit? How you guys have improved?
You know, that's what you hope to do. You know, you find your weaknesses and you attack the weaknesses. You know, and but it's all in how you present it to the players as well. You know, you've got to present it in a way that they will attack it with a positive mindset and attitude. You know, you can't always build it up as it's a negative, it's a negative, it's a negative. Here's what we got to fix to make it a positive. Here's what we got to do to be a better football team. And the guys will take it and they'll receive that information differently, and they'll attack it differently. They'll attack it with a renewed focus. And that's what those guys have done. They really worked hard at it. They had a positive mindset towards fixing the things we need to fix, and we're starting to get the results. And we'll keep building on that.
Can you talk about the pass interference call? How can you believe how that got all tangled up? Just that crazy couple of moments.
You mean out here, right?
Yes.
You know, you see it happen, and that's something we worked and talked about, obviously, this week. You know, using the right technique, and you get to a point where you taught a guy, and he's executing and trying to do it the way you want it done. And those are kind of those plays you got to say, hey man, I want you to play the ball, I want you to play aggressive, and then we got to take what happens. And in that, you know, we got to go back and look at it to see if he was, you know, using the technique and doing the proper things right. But from what I could see on the field, that call could have went either.
I was referring to the one where they flagged Virginia, and there was accept or decline going on there.
Yeah. Well, the ref gave me a call that it was going to be fourth. I mean, it's going to be 4th down. It was a touchdown. He said you want to decline this. And then they didn't wait to hear from the booth about whether they were going to review it or not. And that's when he came over and said, you know, he apologized. It was his fault that we should decline it and take the yards. So there was something that we were all, a lot of miscommunication from their part to me, and then us, and then back to them. So there was a miscommunication, but they did the right thing. They got it cleaned up. They did.
When did you find out that Artie wasn't playing, and then what did he say to you? I mean, what situation happened there?
You know, in this situation, guys, we had to let Artie make a decision that he needed to make for his family, and that's just the bottom line to it. It wasn't much more than that. We didn't want to put any pressure on Artie that he had to show up and play the game or do any of those things. You know, at the beginning of the week when we were going through this and we played last week, for Artie, I think it was a little bit kind of surreal. But when you go through the process of the funeral and you say your last goodbye, that's a real emotion. You know, and we kind of told Artie to take the time that he needs. You know, his family, his family needed him, and he needed to be there for his family. He had the kids still find a way to pull it, muster enough to be here with his team today as well. So I'm so taken by how strong the kid is, and the strength that he exemplifies and his approach towards everything. Because he communicated, he was open, he was honest. He handled it. He handled it like a professional. I really appreciate it.
Larry, last question: do you allow yourself any measure of I'm 2-0 feeling? Do you allow yourself? I mean, I'm guessing you don't, but I mean, does that creep into your psyche at all? That
it's about the kids. It's about giving them an opportunity to have success. They work hard. They've been through a lot. So it's all about everything that we can do in our power to make sure that they have the feeling that they have right now. you know, each and every week. And we're going to do all that we can to make sure that it stays about them and that they continue to have that feeling.